What's going on, everybody? We're back. It's your friend Will. This is the Memory Lapse, and taking a quick moment this morning just to play a little bit with Ali Aintrazi's new ramp deck. We hit Mythic. Not really interested in trying to grind these next few days while we wait for the new set to come out. We got 2 days until whatever the next Ravnica set's called releases. So we're just kind of fooling around, mulliganing, trying to have a little bit of fun, but we did get the state of the beta yesterday, and of course, yes, they're still calling it a beta. We can keep this hand. The truck approves. Some really good changes coming. I hope you all had a chance to look. Most notably, with the January 17th release of the new set, they are implementing at least their first pass at fixing the 5th card problem. They decided to go with what they had talked about previously, which was some kind of smart algorithm in the background that keeps track of what you have and makes sure that when you open packs, you don't open anything you already own. There's been some discussion I've seen about whether or not this actually is helpful, but I guess it remains to be seen when we do our pack opening. We're going to open around 120 packs with the gold that we've hoarded, and I guess there's probably an argument to be made for doing it piecemeal instead of opening all 120 at once, to like spending some wild cards, and then let's do a little to kick. Probably go grab double blue here. And play Compass. Compass flips, and we can use Compass to activate map. Nope, actually we can't, not until next turn. But yeah, I mean, there's some debate about whether this system of replacing your 5th card with... so suppose, though, I guess the way it works is if you would open a rare mythic that you already have 4 copies of, instead of giving you vault progress like it would before, now you are getting a new card from the set that you don't own. So someone pointed out, hey, as good as this seems, maybe it's not so great, because now, like, instead of vault progress, I might get a card that I don't actually need for my collection, which is, I think, true, but also, like, you might also get a card that you do need. Like, so unless you own everything, like, everything from the set, then I think only then do you have to worry about, like, ugh, I have to grind through all of these. Oh, this is a little awkward. You have to worry about grinding through all of the kind of the trash or unplayable rares that you might not want before you fill out your set and get to the rewards then for once you have a complete set, which I don't think I have achieved yet, but though it's been tough since I get so many duplicates when I open cards. Oh shoot. See, I'm talking and like I'm missing triggers and stuff. But anyways, you get gems in place of the 5th card, not for commons and uncommons, but for rares and mythics. So presumably someone who spent a lot of money, or like say bought in heavily right now on the new set, you could get quite a bit of gems accumulated over just the pack rewards, and if you bought more packs. I don't know if that's useful spending, but looks like we're not going to need this Cleansing Nova. Let's actually set a stop in our upkeep here. Yuck. So the other change, I mean, that, I guess, whatever your take is, I'd be interested to hear. Post below what your take is on the 5th card change. I think overall for a player like me, it's going to be good. I don't know how good it's going to be for the players in general. Like free-to-play players, so if you have opinions on that, I'd like to hear it. The other big change, which I think is pretty good, is that they're going to add a best of 3 track for ranked. So we kind of struggled through playing best of 1. The format got, I think, pretty warped because of it towards these aggressive decks. You can't really do anything about it, and then if you try to like metagame against it, you're inevitably going to play against other metagame decks, and now you're both just kind of like have a whole bunch of garbage cards and you can't sideboard. So I think overall it looks like they arrived at the conclusion that best of 1 as the sole way to play ranked is not good, and we should be happy about that. So coming in February when we go for a Mythic Climb again, we'll be able to do it playing best of 3, and they'll be along the same rating. So it's not like we'll have to get Mythic in best of 1 and Mythic in best of 3. They're both. It's just going to be your constructed rating. I confirmed that with Chris Clay on Twitter because I thought the announcement didn't really make it clear. So if anyone was wondering, yes, that is the case. We're going to be able to get there in whichever mode of play we prefer. All right, so this is a good draw. So that's basically it for the patch notes. New sets coming out. We're excited. And now let's focus on this. And again, I invite anyone to post below what they think about the patch notes, if they're excited or not. So if they flash this back, we're going to kill their Teferi. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so we'll do it for... I guess we'll do it for 6 and overdraw. But we'll keep our treasures. Oh shoot, I totally forgot they have treasures of their own. As long as this is not negate, we can pay for it. And it's negate. Two, 3, 4, 5. 2. So we can actually try to bait. We can try to bait a counter with Mirari Conjecture and then get them a Star of Extinction next turn. Because they only have so much blue. And I think they're going to want to counter this. All right. I wish it had tapped this differently, but I'm just too lazy to do it manually. We could have kept up the treasure map, treasure cove. We're playing best of 3 right now, so people may actually have like way more main deck counter magic than we're accustomed to after playing 2 weeks of best of 1. We also have a bunch of trash cards that we'll be able to side out. All right, so we got a blue source, we got the Teferi. That feels pretty good for us. And now we just need to start drawing cards and tapping our lands correctly. And we also need to play expediently because, as you can see, we're dressed for work. Gonna be heading out in a bit. Oh, the dog's behind me. Gotta take him out too. So we have quite a bit of sideboard for this matchup, as I'm sure you've already guessed. All right, fight with fire. I think it's worth it just to go for it. Try to get this Teferi off the board again. Make them have it. Right, they do have it. We might be in the market for conceding this just because we're sitting on a 0-card hand. And we have very few main deck ways of dealing with Teferi. It's kind of funny, like I've played this deck 3 times now, and every single time I've played against a control deck. Like, I think everyone who's tired of best of 1 is just fleeing to the unranked best of 3 right now to play their Teferis. Doesn't suit our deck that well, because our ramp deck, we kind of have to be anti-aggro game 1. And as you can see, we also play quite a few lands. We'll give it one more draw step. But then I think we'll just concede and move on to the next one. And because it's just inevitability here, like we're just not gonna. I don't know. We have to probably draw another fight with fire or expansion explosion and be able to kill the Teferi. Pelakka Wurm's not an especially good draw. treasure map doesn't do it. All Pelakka Wurm does is turn on the removal that they have in their deck already. Instead of stopping our upkeep. I'm sure their hand is like all Seal Aways, Settle the Wreckages, Novas, Deafening Clarions. Like we've seen them discard some of it already. Lava Coil. So yeah, they're quite anti-aggro as well, but they have permission. And we don't. We have Pelakka Wurms. Set stop my upkeep. It keeps dropping the stop. Like if you set it in your turn when you're past your upkeep, when it goes to the opponent's turn, it will still unset it, even though you're already past that point, which is kind of weird. Chemister's Insight gives us a redraw. I guess we keep it. Alright, so we go to make our attack, make them spend some mana, maximize our chance of drawing something good with Chemister's Insight and making it count. Alright, so they just get it with a Seal Away. Not good for us. But of course we knew that's what their hand probably was. Alright, so this is weird. I don't know why it's literally going to tap down every single blue source I have to play this, but that's not what we want. We actually have to manually tap this now. Tisk tisk. Alright, we draw more mana sources. Alright, so I think technically we can still hit Banefire here, but it's not going to be Banefire for enough. Alright, and we miss. So we can see. Hey, stop. No. Every day. Every day when the neighbor walks the dog. Ichi, stop it. Cut it out. No, don't bark at me now. Nope, don't want Settle, but we'll take that out in a second. We want the Spyglasses, the Nezahal, the Clutches, the Sabotage. So we definitely don't want the Clarions. Don't think we want the Settles. I don't think Star of Extinction is going to be that good, and I think we can probably take out the Pelakka Wurms. Just go full creature list on them. And play it like this. Without a way to force Star, I don't think it's worth keeping. And we'll be on the play, so I think we want to keep all of our ramp. This could be a quick one, but mostly this video is just to talk about the patch notes and invite everyone to give their opinions, since we're not playing for anything, you know, any stakes right now. Oh, I should also say apologies for how the video was uploaded yesterday, because I kind of recorded it. I unintentionally recorded it in two parts because while I was recording the first video, my computer blue screen crashed, and luckily it was the way the software works. It was saving the video along the way, so I still had that video up into the crash. Then, but because I wasn't playing with headphones in, I didn't realize that my Spotify was running in the background, and so I spent basically all day waiting for YouTube's back end to mute my video to remove the offending music. I guess we keep this on the play with a compass. If we just draw one more land, we get there. Their deck is slow enough. We do need to draw one. I mean, we drew a ton last game, so I assume this will be the one where we get mana screwed and then go walk the dog. Oh, nice. The question is, do we grow here? Do we activate? I think we're just going to hold on to the grow and activate. And we can try to find another time later in the game. We're not under a lot of pressure to play the grow. I guess ramping in an Nezahal is kind of nice. So let's go get a second blue source. We don't need a second green to kick Grow from the Ashes, which is nice. I think we're just going to sit back and keep activating the compass. They're activating treasure map in their main phase. So here if we go to play Gift and it gets countered, then we don't get to activate our compass, but I guess since we have a land in play, we're kind of okay with that. I think we want to enchant the green source here. I just want more red for our expansion explosion shenanigans. Probably just jam Nezahal here. I think jamming Nezahal sets us up best for subsequent turns because they're going to have to spend mana on their turns to answer it. Most likely. Also, our hand is stocked. Next turn we get a nice little boost of mana, flipping the compass. So even if they try to get this with a seal away or something, we still end up drawing. Right, we get to draw off this. If they minus it, oh, they're plussing it. Alright, we'll definitely bite. Maybe they have Settle here if they kept that in. Kind of odd that they kept it in, but hey. I think we are interested in saving our Nezahal. So the question is, what are we going to discard? We have a lot of Chemister's Insights. Probably grow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're short of kicking Fight with Fire. We could Banefire this now. And we have a second one for later. If we Banefire it for 5, we can still play Dawn of Hope. So maybe that's about as good as we're going to do here. They obviously want to protect the Teferi, so that in this situation they still lose it. We get our Nezahal back. We have 3 cards to discard to Nezahal if we need. They chose not to break their tokens here. Alright. Yeah. They actually just can't play anything in their deck without giving us a card, so pretty good news for us. And let's go into game 3. I don't think we want to make any changes. It looks like they didn't have a goblin package. Nope. Looks like they don't want to go to game 3 either. So we'll take our win and remind everyone again, if you're enjoying the content, please like, subscribe, and comment below. I hope you're looking forward to building with the new set. Going to be trying to record a lot of videos over, the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know when they're going to get posted, when they're going to get recorded. So if you don't see new content right away, don't get too concerned. It's obviously going to be coming. We have a lot of deck lists kind of brewing around up here, and it's going to be a lot of fun to jump back into best of 3. Probably going to be playing a lot of traditional constructed. Let's take a look at how this works again. I know they're changing some of the ICRs on this. For us, it's more about getting the gold rewards, so we'll have to see they change those as well. So all that remains to be seen. So yeah, that's it. Let me know your thoughts on the patch, thoughts on the set, and we'll see if we're back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have time in the morning. So until then, later everybody.